Peace, Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Wonderful deep divers, another beautiful day. I hope all of you are taking care of yourself. Let's breathe. We needed this. Deep divers, let's go. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Sprinkling that good ass energy on you right now, deep divers. Take all of it. What are we doing? Raising the frequency. We woke up today, deep divers. And what did we do straight away? Deep divers? Raising the vibration. Okay, look. Are you at a time in your life right now, deep divers, where major changes are coming into your life? Or maybe unexpected life turns which are really crazy and throw you off, or maybe huge surprises are coming into your life and they even surprise the cat down the road. Well, you've come to the right place, because we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about expect changes, unexpected life turns, and huge surprises. The secret recipe to bounce back, become your greatest version. And this information right here, deep divers, is truly going to inspire you and blow your mind at the same time. I want all of you to hit that like button if you support the real. Once again, hit that like button right now, deep divers, if you support the real, because we got a whole lot to talk about. Okay, if you are watching this video, this is your confirmation that something good is happening to you and something good is happening for you. If you're ready for that, just do some cartwheels and thank the cat down the road. Look, let me say a big shout out to everyone who's joined the new Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content. Patreon.com/RalphSmart. Click the link down below. Deep divers, look, at any time in your life, major things can happen that affect you, that really change the course of your entire life. And many times it catches people off guard. Many times they weren't expecting that. Many times you're going like this and then you all of a sudden go like that, or like this, or like that, or it can get really crazy, deep divers, because sometimes we expect life to go a certain way, and when it doesn't, we kind of freak out, we get anxious, we have panic attacks, and I'm here to tell you, chill out. It's happened to me, and I was able to bounce back. And if you are someone right now who is really going through it, maybe a major life change, maybe an unexpected life change, maybe a huge surprise that you weren't even expecting, don't worry, because you can still bounce back, and I'll tell you why it's happening. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So deep divers, let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. When we talk about expect changes, unexpected life turns, and huge surprises, the secret recipe to bounce back. You see, many times life can be like going really well, like really, really well. In fact, it's going so well that you kind of get careless. It's going so well that you kind of forget about everything because things are just going so good. It's like, okay. And what happens to a lot of people is that they forget that things could change. And when the change happens, they get a rude awakening that, oh my gosh, I thought what I was going through was permanent. I thought what I was going through would last forever. And many people might be heartbroken, they might be deflated, they might be upset, they might be suffering, they might be in pain, because when your balloon is burst, sometimes it feels like the show is over. Well, you see, deep divers, it happened to me along my journey. And I realized at that specific point that the universe was testing me. And if you are at that point in your life right now where a major life change is kind of throwing you off your center, off your square. And you really don't know how to deal with this because this has never happened before. Like, it was all good just a week ago. Matter of fact, it was all good just yesterday. And all of a sudden, you've got this new crisis on your hands. Oh my gosh, what are you going to do? Well, first things first. We've got to remind ourselves, deep divers, that life is always about balance. Never be too high and never be too low. Every single day, we want to strive for balance. And that's what I've learned along my journey. I'm never too high. I never let it get to my head. And I'm never too low. I never let it get to my heart. I just stay in balance. And I always remind myself that, hey, life is about change, Ralph. Hey, Ralph, yes. Get ready for the change. Okay. Hey, Ralph, yes. Embrace the change because it's gonna come. You see, deep divers, change is the only constant in the universe. Many times you might have a job and everything is going fantastic. I met a woman, she told me the other day that she got laid off her work and she was heartbroken because she just assumed she was gonna be there for like a long time. But they told her they've got to cut staff. And she was kind of lost, left in the dark, not knowing what to do next. Well, you see, sometimes this can happen to any one of us. When we're rolling high, we think it's always going to be that way. And in life, we have to expect changes. And we can only expect changes when we realize that change is the only constant in the universe. Don't pray for an easy life. Like Bruce Lee said, pray for the strength to overcome a difficult one. Slow motion this side. Don't pray for an easy life. Make sure every single day you are praying for the strength to overcome a difficult one. It was all good just a week ago, and now today you find yourself in a hot mess. You find yourself in utter chaos. Well, so it seems. You see, deep divers, what if I told you you have all the tools inside of you to overcome any adversity in front of you? How do I know this? Because I've been able to do it. Every single day I get a new problem. But guess what? The cat down the road passes me a new solution. Thank you, cat down the road. You see, there is a solution to every problem that you have. And so many of us, we forget about this. Expect changes. Remind yourself that growth can only happen in discomfort. I know, deep divers, we want everything just to stay the same. Just to go the way it's been going. It brings us a sense of comfort and a peace of mind when things really don't change. Because when things change, we've got to have a whole new strategy. And sometimes it's like we're a fish out of water. We really don't know how to survive in this new terrain. And what I've learned along my journey is that at every turn of life, you must be ready and expect changes. Even when it doesn't seem like anything is changing, just realize, deep divers, that the universe is about to turn your life upside down and around because it wants you to grow. You see, you got two choices in life, deep divers. You have two choices in life. You can stay the same or you can evolve. You can stay the same or you can evolve. Sometimes we think that's the worst thing that could ever happen to us. That's the worst thing that could ever happen to us. But little do we know, things aren't happening to us. Things are happening for us. I was in a time of my life when things just weren't working out. It was tough. Sleepless nights, hard days. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why on earth is this happening to me right now? I don't need this universe. I just want everything to be smooth sailing right now, please. But I actually realized the universe was helping me sharpen my sword. It was helping me become mentally stronger. And we've got to remind ourselves every single day that I don't know a strong person with an easy past. I don't know anyone who has really become incredibly strong mentally and emotionally who have stayed in their comfort zone. Everyone I know has been forced to really question everything they think they know about themselves, and they're led to do that shadow work, that inner work. And it's tough because, you see, sometimes in life people let us down. Sometimes in life people we actually trusted, people we put our trust into, they bail on us, they let us down, they disappoint us, and you're only left holding a cat down the road. And that's why I always tell you, every single day you've got to become your best friend, because when the whole world abandons you, and it will, you must be there for you. A lot of people are only around you because of what they can get. They don't even care about your deep divers. And therefore, you might be really cool with someone today, but not tomorrow. You might be best friends with someone, but then strangers tomorrow. And if you aren't expecting that change, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Because if you think people are just going to be like that forever, you got another thing coming. No, people are going to switch up on you. They're going to change. You're going to start to see people's true colors. And I learned this along my early journey. I don't put my trust in man, I put my trust in the Most High. I realized that actually human beings are as changeable as the weather. So I'm expecting them to change. People say, I love you, right? I love you. Next day, they don't. Next day, they do not. So a lot of people talk one way, but then they do something totally different. And that's because people don't know who they really are. And you have to know this when we talk about becoming our greatest versions, that people will let you down. Expect change. Remind yourself that as human beings, we are born to evolve. We're born to change. We're born to move with the tides and the times. We're born to move with the tides and the times. Many people in this society have got so comfortable in a way of life where they stagnate. And they get so used to a way of life that it actually defines who they are. And the universe says, okay, what's the best thing I can do for you today? And you know what the universe does for you, deep divers? It changes your entire life upside down and around and around. And you're like, oh my gosh, universe, why did you do that? Well, you see, the universe is smart enough to realize that actually, if you go through this experience which you don't want, you're actually going to come out of the other side a better version of yourself, a greater version of yourself. So just hang in there. Obviously, to us, it doesn't feel that way. In fact, we would wish it never happened in the first place. But you see, deep divers, sometimes what you don't want is what you actually need to evolve. Let me repeat that. Slow motion this side. Sometimes what you don't want is what you actually need to evolve. Let me repeat it one more time. I said, sometimes what you do not want is what you actually need to evolve. Because I know the ride was going really crazy, right? You were just enjoying the ride, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. Huh? Yeah, expect changes. Unexpected life turns, deep divers, and huge surprises. You see, the secret recipe to bounce back is to become an alchemist. And the secret of alchemy is making the best out of the worst and not allowing external events to govern your internal condition. I'm an alchemist. Whatever changes are happening out there, it's going to be a calm ocean in here. Because you see, deep divers, change is going to come. The question is, are you going to be ready for it? Deep divers, people are going to let you down. The question is, are you going to be ready for it? Are you going to be mentally strong enough to deal with it? Situations will change. You might lose your job. You might have to move house or even country. The question is, are you going to be mentally and emotionally ready to deal with that? You see, what's helped me along my journey when it comes to major changes happening in my life is to not be mad at the changes that are happening, because they're going to happen regardless. At any point in our lives, you want to make peace with change. You want to become friends with change. And you want to remind yourself that change is not a bad thing. All change means is becoming adaptable. Because you see, we locked ourselves into a fixed way of living, into a fixed way of doing things. We became rigid. We forgot about flexibility, adaptability. And that's what change reminds us to focus on. To become flexible like the bamboo during a storm when the wild winds are blowing. When the leaves are swaying all over the place. The trees get uprooted because they're not willing to adapt and change. The bamboo just moves with the wind. It just moves with the wind. It's able to remain flexible, adaptable, and therefore survives the storm. And when we talk about expecting changes, unexpected life turns, and huge surprises, we must be the bamboo. And not pray for an easy life, but instead pray for the strength to overcome a difficult one. I'm an alchemist. So much has happened to me and I embrace everything because I realize that it's only made me stronger. It's only made me wiser. There's always a lesson even in your misfortune. What? Slow motion this side. I said there's always a lesson even in your misfortune. When there are changes out of the blue, deep divers, you've got two choices. You can sink or you can swim. You can cry yourself a river and feel like a victim, or you can spread your wings. And once you spread your wings, you will realize that actually you are not defeated. And all of those changes only made you realize one thing: how strong you really are. Deep divers, change is the only constant in the universe. And more changes are going to come into your life unexpectedly. Many times you got to thank the universe for detours, for unexpected changes, for roadblocks. Because everything happening during those major changes weren't sent to destroy you. They were sent to show you to never get too comfortable and never rest on your laurels, and remind yourself, don't put your trust in man or in a job. Put your trust in the Most High, the universe, God, the Creator, whatever name you have for it. Because when everyone else fails you, that will be the only thing left supporting you. That was a slow motion. Deep divers, I want all of you right now, make sure you hit that like button if you support The Real. Share this video, subscribe to the channel. Once again, hit that like button right now if you support The Real. Share this video, subscribe to the channel. Also, go and join Deep Divers, the new Ralph Smart Patreon page, for all new exclusive content. Videos which are way too spicy for YouTube, that's going to help you become your greatest version. Click the link down below. Expect change, Deep Divers. Unexpected life turns. And huge surprises, because they're going to come. And guess what? We ain't worried about that, Deep Divers. You know why? Because we're ready for it. Bring it on. Bring it on. Yes. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful, Deep Divers. Let's breathe. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Go and check out the #1 best-selling book, Deep Divers. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook, the Bible of becoming your greatest version. And guess what, Deep Divers? Feel Alive Part 2 is on the way. Get ready for that. You're going to love it. Also, check out the latest new book, The Book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart at ralphsmart.com/thebook, the secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. And go and get the good ass prana shirts, Deep Divers, all new designs you're going to love at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart, you want to model the clothing, well, go and buy some. And if you want a one-to-one consultation with Ralph Smart, book it at ralphsmart.com/one-to-one sessions, Deep Divers, so I can help you become your greatest version. Deep Divers, expect changes, unexpected life turns, and huge surprises, because this is the season for that. But remind yourself, embrace the change. And remind yourself, when people fail you, do not fail yourself. When people abandon you, do not abandon yourself. When you lose your job, don't lose the sense of who you really are. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! Once again, Deep Divers, make sure you hit that like button right now if you support The Real. Once again, hit that like button right now if you support The Real, Deep Divers. Share this video with someone and leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation, and let me know how this video inspired you. One love. Peace.